2 world champions. They happen to be twin brothers.
Well, the ingredients are there. 2 guys who love to sit down to their punches and throw that firepower.
I'm not scared of nobody, and I'm definitely not scared of someone who talks to me. There's no one in the division that can beat me. There's no one in the division that's strong as me.
It would definitely deliver a statement. The power is for real. We would get a chance to let everyone in the world see the great things that me and my twin brother has done for the sport of boxing.
Oh! Charlo just dropped Lubin!
Being on the same card gives us energy. We want to be sharp. We want to be at our best.
We're going to both meet in the middle of the ring, and we're going to let our hands go. Let the best man win.
They are boxing, and they pound for pound.
All the Smoke is back, and I'm excited to announce our new partner, DraftKings, the daily leader in fantasy sports, and they're putting you right in the center of the action.
The NBA playoffs are heating up, and DraftKings is giving you a shot at millions of dollars in prizes with your first deposit.
All you guys have to do is pick 8 NBA players that you think will fill up the stat sheet. Each player has an assigned value. Valid teams must not exceed the salary cap of $50,000. You can rack up fantasy points for rebounds, blocks, assists, steals, and much more.
Download the DraftKings app now and use the code SMOKE. That's code SMOKE, only at DraftKings.
Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for more details. Welcome back to another episode, Season 2, Episode 46, with the one and only Little Big Homie, Allen Iverson. The most requested person you guys, we've had everybody on this show.
Everybody.
But the one person we haven't had, we went and got him for y'all. It wasn't easy. The man's busy.
Why you say on
It wasn't easy. Hey man, we want to welcome everybody, man. One of my favorite players, friend, brother, Allen Iverson, to the show, man.
Oh.
We appreciate your time, bro.
Love, baby. Love you, bro.
Jacob, we forgot our handshake too.
Man, good to see you. MIC.
man.
Hey, it ain't been moist. My hands ain't been moist.
good,
It's a
man.
new season, baby.
You changed
I
something.
got all my Hue products from Mal.
There you go.
I mean from Matt. I got all my Hue products from Matt, and make sure y'all go get y'all Hue products too.
But we mentioned it, like we said, you know, you were the one. We always randomly ask who people want to see, and when I tell you it's like 90% of the comments are, we want to see AI, we want to see AI, man. How does that make you feel? You know, you've been removed from sports for so long, but still, people still want to know all about you.
It's a blessing. Just, it's God. You know what I mean? He loved me. He loved me. Man, just being up here, I was just so excited to come up here because of you two dudes, man. You know what I mean? Like, y'all know how we feel about each other.
Yeah, we talk about
You know what I mean? And then for me to be able to do this for y'all, for our fans, for the people that genuinely love us, is dope. It's legendary. It's monumental. That's why I said to you in the text. You know what I mean? We're gonna make this legendary. We're gonna talk about the stuff that people wanna hear.
Now, they re-aired, your doc re-aired on Showtime just recently. After seeing that and being removed again, what do you take from that? What is your takeaway? What do you think about when you look back at stuff like that?
I don't know, man. I got, you know, a lot of mixed emotions when it come to it because it was so many great times, great moments. Then it was the hard ones. But it was just me being Allen Iverson, you know, who he is, me being Chuck. You know what I mean? Me being the guy that will fall down, get his ass back up, fall down, get back up. You know what I mean? I owe it to my family, most importantly, y'all, my homeboys. I owe it to my teammates. I owe it to my fans to fight. You know what I mean? I'm a fighter, man. You know what I mean? It's the same fight, different round. That's it.
Grew up in Newport News, Virginia, 2 sports star, quarterback. I mean, you know, I played a little bit of football in high school. Jack swears he played football. But point guard and quarterback.
I don't remember saying that.
And then he was my teammate. Like, he was my teammate, and he act like he don't know. Like, he's seen some shit. You know what I mean, when it comes to football.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he's seen it. You know what I mean? And Matt was so cool to me
Rico Suarez.
because he was handsome, pretty boy dude, but was hard.
Yeah. That's how you get him. That's how you get him.
The people act like they don't know, Steve, what I was in football. You know what I mean? They act like they don't know. Like, I was way better in football than I was in basketball.
I said
That's crazy to hear, though. Because knowing after looking back what your career was in the NBA, but to know that you were a better football player.
Yeah, like, because it was
You were way more raw than me in football. You were raw.
It was my first love. I just remember, like, my old lady went to another high school, and you know, they used to talk crazy to her about what they were gonna do to me. You know what I mean? On Fridays.
What they wanted to.
Yeah, they gonna break my legs. They gonna do this. They gonna do that. And I was like, every time we play kick-a-tan, like,
Oh no.
I'm gonna murder them people, man. Like, for y'all talking crazy to my girl like that, you know what I mean? And it was like, I always took it personal. I was born in Hampton, but brought up in Newport News.
Newport News, yeah.
All of the guys from Newport News were homeboys that I grew up with. Then I went to Hampton because I couldn't stay out of trouble. And Mo was like, man, you coming to Hampton. Like, when I flunked 8th grade, I missed 69 days of school. And and Mo was like, nah, you coming to Hampton. You trying to throw it all away. And I went to Hampton. So when I played against all of the Newport News schools,
They got the business.
you know what I mean?
Had a point to prove.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm the guys that I grew up with, I'm gonna beat y'all up. Man, that just let you know how great God is. Cause I'm a Hall of Famer in basketball.
What position you played on D?
I play safety.
Safety, yeah, that's right. Quarterback.
Cornerback is the hardest
Hell yeah.
position.
You got to react to everything. That's
You know
tough.
what I mean?
Tough position. Quarterback for
Yeah,
sure. It's a tough
cornerback
position.
is just, Deion said the other day, I think Ramsey just got his.
Payday.
Yeah, and I think Deion said something about how a cornerback, you know, can't get paid like a quarterback. You know, we already know quarterback is,
Spot.
that's the spot. But a cornerback is just the hardest position.
Cornerback is also the most dominant position by blacks in the NFL. Jason Sehorn.
Sehorn
Was
from
the last
the,
one.
from the Giants, right?
He was the last one.
Look at you
Yes.
with your homework. I
You
like
be
that.
on you.
That boy on this shit, huh? That boy on this shit.
Never
You
judge a
be
book
on
by
it.
its cover, baby.
Hey, but let's
be
take a
on it.
second and look at
You be on it.
Hold on.
where can they get these
Why
at,
don't I
Jack?
show my socks as well?
Okay.
Bam!
Pull your little ashy. Pull your socks up higher.
No. Bam, should get the camera. These are the AIs.
Yeah.
Iverson Classics.
This shit is nice.
I'm the coach of the Iverson Classic every year. He has his own game to celebrate all the top high school players in the country.
How you got some shoes he ain't got though?
Because I'm the coach.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the
That's what
coach.
happens with that.
Yeah.
We
Black
had
Power socks, too.
we had
Don't
them shoes.
And
in
man, you
college,
supposed
though.
to coach too, man.
Yeah, fresh. Been the coach. Gonna continue to be the coach.
Yeah.
Actually, the same guys. Shout out to Bobby. Shout out to Jai. They in the process of helping me create my own game from this.
Is that right?
Yeah.
what's
So,
up.
but Allen Iverson Classic, we got postponed this year.
We were supposed to shoot our show from there.
We were supposed to shoot our show. This actual interview was supposed to be.
Yeah, this was supposed to be our season 1 wrap. Was
Yeah,
AI.
at the Iverson in Philly. And this year was gonna be great. We was doing it at Kobe High School. We was doing it at Lower Marion. So we was doing a great tribute. And we had our first girl in the game this year.
Yes.
Our first girl in the game.
Yes.
So, but we still gonna do it though. But it's just a game to honor him and to honor the high school players in the country.
And since you announced that you're gonna have your own game, now we already know who the coach gonna be for your game.
You.
Yeah.
I bet. That'll work.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Yes, sir.
Done deal. So back to winning 2, you led your team to the state championship in football and basketball, won that your junior year. What was your deciding factor in choosing? Because I had to make the same choice.
I'm sorry, man, but how you get nice like this with Cause I never
That's
saw.
why he's sitting in that chair. That's why
Yeah,
he's
but
sitting in that chair.
I never saw this coming. Like I played with this dude, man, and he was always like, he was
Chilling,
never
quiet.
loud, always quiet.
Because I wasn't getting a chance to play, so I was just in the background high, just watching everything, watching time go by. That's all I was doing. I used to have a whole, man, that's all I did in
But
I was
you
in there
nice
2
though.
years.
You nice with it.
I appreciate
You
that,
nice
bro.
with it. Like y'all,
Appreciate it.
y'all different. You know what I mean? And what make y'all so excellent. And it's no disrespect to anybody that didn't play. It's no disrespect to them, because it's dudes that know that they know their shit. You know what I mean? That didn't play.
Yeah.
But it's so different with y'all because y'all know all the feelings, the emotions, the locker room, you know what I mean, the media. Y'all know it all.
But I feel like this too. The people that know the game, that haven't played it, they either coaching it or working around it. Not on TV talking about it. They basically working around people around the game. Like Lawrence Frank never played basketball, but that's one of the smartest people in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of
Gundies,
people
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, and I think like I knew it, just like I knew it with Jason Kidd. I think Eric Snow should be a head coach, but I knew it with Steve Nash. Like I knew it because he has so much to offer to our sport. Because he's excellent. He's a great person. I never had the luxury of being around him a lot, but just hearing stories from other
Everybody
guys.
fuck with him.
Yes.
Everybody.
He's just a beautiful man. I want to see him succeed in the situation that he's in with those two great players, with all the other guys that they got around their team. It's a recipe for greatness.
It's gonna be great for Kyrie.
It's going to be fun to
Yeah.
learn from Steve, play with KD.
Steve and Stephon Marbury gave me the most problems. Gave me the most problems. I love Stephon Marbury.
Yeah, big bro.
Yeah, Steve was just a headache because he could do it all.
Without being fast.
Didn't have John Stockton mode. You know what I mean? Just
Smart.
right here, just
Smart.
you know what I mean? Just know how to get it done. You know what I mean? Steve was excellent, man. And shout out to you, Steve, man. I want to see you do great, man.
That's dope.
I want to see you be a legendary Greg Popovich, Larry Brown type influence
Shout out LB.
in people's lives like, you know, they were to me. You know, Greg Popovich was so great to me from afar away. Always supportive.
Him and LB like this.
Yeah,
They like that.
just excellent. And our league somehow, some way, need Larry Brown
Definitely.
In some capacity.
in some capacity. Just this.
Remember what he say?
This all I want to do. This all I want to do. I just want to share my
Right.
experiences and my trials, my tribulations, my ups, my downs. I just want to help. You know what I mean? I just want to help with my voice and my experience. I just want to help little guys and not let them make the mistakes
That we made.
that we made. You know what I mean?
And it's big. Most people don't realize when you share, like when you're and someone of your stature and you share, you're not sharing for the poor me. You're sharing to help other people in the similar situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? But shit, if AI can go through it, if Jack can go through it, if Mac can go through it, I can get. You know what I mean?
I swear to God on my life, kill me dead today. I wouldn't trade
Nothing.
nothing.
Okay.
I want to be. If I could die today, and then live again tomorrow, I want to wake up being Allen Iverson all over again. You know what I mean? All over again. You know what I mean? Do I regret a whole bunch of stuff? People will ask me, would I change things? Yeah. Because I done had friends that I loved, and
They weren't reciprocated.
a driver that I had the other day, he told me, stop feeling like you can put your energy or expecting things from certain people and it will limit your disappointments. That's happened to me so many times because the only people that hurt you is the motherfuckers that you care about,
That you
It's
love.
in your circle.
that you love. You
Because
love
you-
them so much, but they don't
They were
they don't get
reciprocated.
it like that.
Yeah. You give it all, but they don't give it all back.
Yeah, it's like I expect, I know I love harder than everybody else. I know that. And it's things that I can do financially for people that they can't do for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But all of the other areas, you supposed to have them covered.
Right.
You know what I mean? All them other areas, you supposed to have them covered. Like I can do stuff for you. I can give you $1. You know what I mean? But I can do all the other stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
But you not being able to give me capital, you supposed to be able to
contribute in other areas.
Everything.
Yeah.
Every other area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love talking to my guys and telling them things that I've been through in my life and to show them, like even with a relationship. Like I've been with my old lady 30 years now. You know what I mean? Married, divorced, all that. You know what I mean? But
shout out to one.
You know, damn right, I love you, Twana. But dudes that's married that I rock with, and I be telling them, like, this is where I went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to go through this. I don't want you to go through this. So when I say stuff to them, like the most hurting feeling is when a dude look at you like, oh, why you think you right because you Allen Iverson? No, man, I'm right because I'm right.
Experiences
and I'm right because I love you. I'm telling you what I went through. I don't want I don't want you to get hurt like this. You know what I mean? I remember going through a divorce, dog.
Shit's tough.
Man, I remember walking around this motherfucker 150 pounds. You know what I mean? Can't eat, can't sleep. You know what I mean? Just thinking about her. You know what I mean? Hearing her voice while I'm asleep and thinking about, was it worth this for you having the fun or whatever the hell it was when you was doing whatever you was doing.
It'll break you down, bro. It'll break you down.
I'm telling you, man, the people that you love is all you got, man. Just on Instagram and stuff like that. I don't look at my comments. Oh, I don't post stuff for likes. I post stuff for y'all to see. People that really love me. People, let me see what you're doing, Chuck. Let me see your outfit today. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let me see what you're doing. And then y'all say something up there, man, you look cool or this, that, and the third. But I can never be on a person page if I don't like them. I don't even want to see
What's
you.
The point, right? What's the point?
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be on Trump page. You know what I mean? Like I don't rock with you.
Right.
So why would I be following you or worrying about what you doing or?
It's weird shit. You feel the most people talking shit to you, looking, they're following you. Like, why? Like, if you don't like me,
you don't like me.
Why you following? What's the point? Like, you wake up every day looking to just go say some negative, but that's the world we live in today, and it's crazy. It's unfortunate.
It's people that got more money than me, less than me. I'm always the elephant in the room. You know what I mean? Like, I can be in a room with somebody that work at McDonald's, somebody that's on the Fortune 500 list, and I'm gonna treat them the same way.
Right.
I'm gonna treat them the same way. You know what I mean? Like, I got friends that's rich, like you, Steve. You know what I mean? And I got friends that's fucked up. But I treat them the same way.
And
I love them.
And that's why you get so much love, because people understand you're gonna hug the boss just like you hug the workers.
Yeah.
That's how you always been. And then you talk about the clothes and all that. People look at your page because you a cultural icon.
Straight
the
up.
way I dress right now is because of you.
Straight up tattoos.
The tattoo, everything. So you a cultural. So people looking, you right. People are looking at your page to follow not just of your lifestyle, is because we love you, bro, and you gave a lot of people confidence when they didn't have confidence in themselves. You let a lot of people know that they can be themselves and still be successful.
Right.
I tell you that shit all the time. And it ain't just us, bro. It ain't just basketball players. You see what I'm saying? It's rappers, it's everybody. You gave them the confidence to be themselves in anything they can do, all of us, bro. And that's why people follow you, dog. And you gotta accept that. And you know what I'm telling you, give me your flowers, because you mean a lot to us. We can't lose you. We just lost Kobe. We can't lose you. We gonna give you all the flowers in the world, bro, right now. You feel me? Right now. Straight up. And that's why we had to have you on the show, bro.
What's wrong? What's wrong with being you? Everybody else taken up.
Right.
What's wrong with being you? You disrespecting God for giving you life. If you think that your life ain't shit and you want to be somebody else. You know what I mean? What's wrong with being you? It's cool being you. I don't give a damn if you rich.
It's easy.
If you rich, if you don't, man, I never knew when I was gonna become rich. I ain't know. But I didn't try to force my hand on God, saying, today is fucked up. You know what I mean? Why I'm not rich yet? Why I'm not rich yet? When I played at Georgetown, it wasn't time for me to come out my freshman year. You know what I mean? Like I won't ready. You know what I mean? I won't ready. That motherfucker, that man, what that man did for me, I remember, and I love Philadelphia. I love the fans in Philadelphia. Greatest in the world. No relationship is like my relationship with the Philadelphia fans. You probably could look at Kobe in LA, Bron in Cleveland, Mike in Chicago, but hands down, ain't no relationship like the relationship I had with the Philadelphia fans.
They're the toughest fans to win over, that's why.
Yeah, because I had to go, I went through it. I went through it. But with Coach Thompson, man, we was playing Villanova, and dude had a sign that said, Allen Iverson, the next MJ, and had MJ crossed out, and it had OJ. And it was four dudes in the stands, and they had on all orange jumpsuits with chains and shackles and all that. And Coach Thompson was like, nah, if y'all don't get them out of here, if y'all don't get them out of this gym right now, we not playing. And they escorted them out of there. And the game went on. That dude, like, I remember just being at the free throw line when I came to Georgetown, and everybody just screaming, jailbird, jailbird, jailbird. And I had to deal with all that. And he was so protective of me, man. You know what I mean? Like, even the first night that I was on campus, he came up there, and everybody, Coach Thompson, you know, I'm doing the shit that I don't supposed to do, of course. You know what I mean? I'm smoking. You know what I mean?
You was all in back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was all in
man,
back
I'm
then.
smoking, whatever. Coach Thompson came up there, and it was like, Coach Thompson, look from you. Man, I remember just trying to get myself together, wash my face. You know what I mean? Just trying to get right.
You can't wash the high off.
Man,
that ain't work.
No, but he ain't know. He ain't know.
Really?
Like,
You think he didn't
knew.
know?
That nigga knew.
He knew, bro.
probably knew.
Hell yeah, man. Come on, you know he knew
probably
that,
knew.
bro.
I came up there, he was like, you all right, little man? Like, yeah. You know, I was trying to get away from him so fast, like, I'm cool, coach. He told me, why you standing so far back here? Come here. So now you telling me he probably knew.
I'm telling you, he come
probably
on,
knew.
man.
He definitely
He
did.
probably knew this little motherfucker high as hell, man.
He knew it.
You know what I mean?
But like you said, he was protective. He was going.
But he was like, and he always talked about the fact that I never complained about them people throwing me in jail like that. When people tried to, at home, I love Virginia, and I rep it to the fullest. But they tried to ruin me. They didn't want me to be what you just described.
Yeah.
And who I am to the masses. You know what I mean? They didn't want for me to go to any country in the world, and as soon as I get off the plane, everybody in the airport know who I am. They didn't want that. It was certain people that didn't want that. The guy that locked me up, that threw me in jail, he died, and me and my baby girl sent his family flowers. You ain't do nothing but make me stronger.
Straight up.
That's all you did was make me strong. I needed you
Straight up.
in my life. I needed you. You was monumental in my life. You was an intricate part of my life.
You touched on my next question. What did you learn? I mean, that was obviously a highly publicized incident in the bowling alley that, like you said, nearly ended you before you really got started. What did you learn about yourself and your views on just what kind of threat they saw you as?
Matt, what I learned was I knew that I was young and immature. because of being in jail, I wasn't even scared. Like I would like now, you know what I mean? If I was to go to jail right now, I would be terrified because I'm older. I'm not immature like I was back then. Back then I was just, man, it's whatever. Back then I would do a dumbass. First of all, I was the worst rapper in the world. You know what I mean? I was doing it.
I wouldn't say that.
But I was doing it because my homeboys, that was what they wanted to do. So the opportunity presented itself and I could help them. So that's why I did it. You know what I mean? Like I learned from them. Didn't learn well, but I learned from them. You know what I mean? But back then, Matt, I was so nonchalant, and the only thing that I was scared of is that my dream of being who Mo molded me to be as an athlete was gonna be over. Like the old head people in my life, I just never wanted to disappoint them.
Right.
You know what I mean? I had that fear, not of Mo kicking my ass.
He did that a couple times.
He threw me through a windshield before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But just not being who God gave you the talent to be.
Absolutely.
You Matt Barnes, you Steve Jackson. You supposed to be what God gave you the talent to end up being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was my fear. That was my fear.
Letting them down.
Letting them down, and then the fact of, like Coach Thompson used to tell me, oh, you up this motherfucker, you eating 3 times a day, huh? You eating breakfast, you eating lunch, you eating dinner. But your mom down there, and some days she don't even eat. She living down there, and my homeboys used to tease me, they called it the Dawes Effect shit, straight from the sewer. Cause in our crib, we had the
just singing Dawes Effect.
we had the crib, and we never could be barefooted in our house because the sewer from up under the house used to
through the carpet.
Yeah, and it's just wet. Like you walking through the motherfucking crib and it's just squish, 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 squish. You know what I mean? And it's stinking like a motherfucker. Cut the lights on, roaches running every goddamn where. No water, no hot water. You know what I mean? No food, baking soda. What? Baking soda and welfare cheese and the motherfucker. And he used to, that's what was his way of getting to me. Oh, you want your mama to stay down there?
Right. By fucking around, that's what you're doing.
Yeah. Keep living like this, right? I ain't gonna argue with you. I ain't gonna cut you out. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna talk no shit to you. I'm just gonna tell you. This is what you want for your mom and your sisters, right? And I could just snap out of it, Steve. You know what I mean? And go get right back on my path. But I don't know. I know I went all over the place from what you asked me, but
No, we needed that. We want that. That's what we want to learn.
what I mean?
We spoke on 2 people, obviously one being here, Mo, and then John Thompson. It sounds like to me, from the outside looking in, were 2 integral figures in your life and kind of kept you from making all these lefts and rights and kept you going straight. Talk to us a little bit about both them. Obviously, we just lost, one of the greatest coaches of all time, rest in peace, Coach Thompson, but I know he was integral in, keeping you on the right path.
What he used to tell me about all the time is the shit that I was just talking to you about. He said I ain't never complained for what they did to me. He always talked about how he admired me for what they did for me and being that young and not complain. But my whole thing was God gave me another chance. So it won't no need to complain because I got a chance. Like I'm recruited by everybody in the whole country in both sports. Everybody. And the situation happened with me and they almost got away with it, Steve. They almost got away with it. Because if my mom didn't go up there and beg him to save my life, it wouldn't be no Allen Iverson, the cultural icon that everybody know, if he didn't give me a chance. He gave me a chance. You remember when John Thompson was known as Lonzo, Patrick, Dikembe, the big man coach.
Marcus Allen. I mean, not Marcus Allen. Allen. So another big man they had, another 7-footer. Last name was Allen. He from my hometown.
Well, it was big man, and everybody always talked about how he couldn't coach guards. But then all of a sudden, when you think of Georgetown, Much as I love Pat, much as I love Lonzo, much as I love the Kimbe, man, it's Bubba Chuck. You know what I mean? And Mo was just so intricate in my life because that was the first time I saw a man married to a woman and had a kid and didn't hustle, went to work every day. Mo worked at Avon, man, like a little girl. Mo worked at Avon, man, with my mama. That's how I met Mo.
Yeah.
My mom and Mo worked together at Avon, and Mo was talking to mommy about me, and mommy was saying, "My son, the baddest motherfucker, this, that, and the third, blase, blah, whoopie whoop." And Mo was like, "Man, that little, whatever, ain't shit." You know what I mean? And he was like, he's like, "Man, come see him. Just come check him out." Y'all football, you a football dude, right?
Yeah.
All right, y'all football dudes. So y'all know what hot ball is. Hot ball.
When you throw it up.
When you throw it up, and then, all right, boom.
We call it throw up tackle.
All right, well, we was playing hot ball. Mo came to our hood, just rolled by, because he was a football coach.
Yeah.
Rolled by, you know what I mean, to check me out, see what was up. Everything else is legendary. You know what I mean? Like,
you were sold after that, Mo?
And told my mom, like, when it told my mom, said, "Yo, yes, he's the one." And then, we lost our first year. We lost 7-6 to Armstrong, and then we won it 5 years in a row. I ain't never played. I played intermediate every year, 5 years straight. But when Mo came and got me, and took me to Hampton and put me in the skills position. When I was in Newport News, motherfuckers had me, I played center. Steve, I played center. Because they would, I just wanted to be on the field. And they had me, they was, saying who could hike, whatever. I'm like,
I could do anything.
I do anything I was number 00. Steve,
They play center. Wow.
Man, I played the year before that. That was Dora Miller. The year before that, I played the TBP. I played wide receiver. They threw me the ball one time. That bitch went straight in the air. I used to cry after every goddamn game. We lost every game. Second year, I'm playing for Dora Miller. I'm the center, number 00, Steve.
Center.
Sorry ass number. I couldn't stand when Melo wore that number.
About 5 pounds.
Look, yes, listen, I'm at 6th grade. I'm at the bus stop. It's raining. And everybody trying to get on the bus, you know what I mean, to sit in the back.
Yeah.
Where you can cut up.
Get on first,
So
yeah.
you want to get on first so you can sit in the back. Man, I'm up there, motherfucker pushed me, man. And I fell. The motherfucking bus rolled over my ankle. Just sitting on my ankle. I'm sitting there, everybody banging on the window. Like, Miss Berry. You know what I mean? You on his ankle. She like, what? You know what I mean? So she finally opened the door and they like, you on his ankle. And I'm just laying there. I guess I probably was in shock or something because the goddamn bus is on my ankle. I'm a little ass kid. Motherfucker rolled by. I get up. Steve, I get up and try to walk up on the bus. She put her hands on my chest. Like, you gotta sit down. I sat down and then motherfucking pain came. And I'm like, oh shit. I just passed out. You know what I mean? I woke up. The whole fucking neighborhood, cause I'm the
chosen
neighborhood,
one. The hood star.
The star.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you fucked up. It's all over.
I'm proud of you.
I woke up. I'm on the gurney, and they pushing me out. I'm just looking at everybody in the hood. You know what I mean? I just see everybody crying. Whatever. They put me in the joint, and I just remember my grandma telling me in the hospital. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna never be able to play no more. And she was like, don't worry about that. I was like, nah, my ankle is messed up, And she was like, son, don't worry about that. Instead of your ankle, it could have been your chest or your head. Dog, I played a month later in the championship game. A month later. You know what I mean? Like the doctor was like, you know what I mean? Like how your ankle is, how is it not shattered? It won't even broke. It won't even broke.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, it was, man, what? Like I believe in him. I'm not no dude that be up in church all the time and whatever. Like I pray for Tawana. I mean, I pray for my kids first. I pray for Tawana. I pray for my family. And the wildest shit is I always pray for me last. I pray for all, because I know without them, I'll be so lost. I'll be so shattered. I'll be so dismembered. I'll be so discombobulated. If I didn't have the people that I love, like him, like he my best friend. I have no problem when he tell me I'm fucking up. Like I'm the epitome of being able to take constructive criticism. Like he not gonna say nothing to me just to be fucking with me. He not gonna just say it. He say cause he love me. The way you and Matt are to me, y'all met Allen Iverson, but y'all still love Bubba Chuck. Y'all still care about Bubba Chuck. Eric Snow still care about the guy. Fuck that Allen Iverson shit. You know what I mean? I think it's dope. I think it's cool. I don't want Tawana to love Allen Iverson. I want her to love Chuck, 15 years old. Chuck, Bubba Chuck. You know what I mean? I don't want you to start looking at me like I'm Allen Iverson. You know what I mean? Like when me and you talk, like me and you, I like to talk to you. I be with my certain friends of mine. I be like, why this motherfucker calling me on FaceTime? Like, dude, motherfuckers just want to look at you. Like, what I look, you know what I mean? Like, but then when I call you, I like to do that.
He called me FaceTime. He FaceTime.
Like, I want to see Steve. Like, I don't get to see Steve. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and then when you call me on FaceTime, I'm like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it kind of make you understand, like, a motherfucker love hearing your voice, but motherfucker want to see you too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mo said to me yesterday, and I was like, man, what you turning soft or something? You know, cause you getting old. Cause he said to me, it's great just hearing your voice. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? Like, what you got going on? He like, no, son, I just great hearing your voice today. You know what I mean? And this shit was so fucking dope to me, man. Because I heard you talk about some shit when you had when y'all had Stephen A up here, and you was like, you said something. It was only something you could say. He's emotional guy. Like I'm not. I'm Matt Barnes tough. I'm Steve Jack tough on that dance floor. Off the floor, man, I don't want no problems with you, man.
Man, how many times we've been on FaceTime in tears?
A million.
Number of times, yeah.
I don't want I'm not out here trying to be no tough guy, man. I'm not tough, man. Don't approach me thinking that it's some tough shit going on with me. Man, that's basketball when they talk about how tough Allen Iverson is.
You know what I noticed too? I noticed a lot of people think we're tough because of the stuff we were able to endure and come through in life. That they look at this like, I could never go through that. How are you still standing?
Right.
How did you make it through all that? All these people talked about you and said you was this, said you was that, but you still keep going. How do you have that strength? So that's why people automatically put that tough tag on you, or that he's hard tag on you, because they don't understand how can somebody go through so much and still shine like a diamond, bro. But that's just what we do. We make love to pressure.
Straight up. There goes your line. You
right there.
It. Pivoting to the '96 draft. That was a hell of a draft class yourself. Stephon Marbury, Kobe, Antoine Walker, Steve Nash, Jermaine O'Neal.
The greatest draft ever.
96, class of 96, my house.
You was in there, right? You was in there. So that's your introduction to that Philly fan base you talked about, and tell us about the beginning of your career. Obviously, There had been a span where they hadn't been to the playoffs in a handful of years. Charles Barkley was gone in the early 90s. You come in 96. What was it like at the beginning, trying to build the beginning of your career?
So hard. Because the same thing you spoke on, Matt, with the fan base being so tough, right? And then I was coming in, I was a point guard, but I always been a killer. So I was a scorer. Not being traditional, they were hard on me. You know what I mean? And then I came from Georgetown, Villanova.
Big East.
Yeah. So you had those fans, I would say kind of not giving me a chance to develop, you know what I mean?
They wanted it now.
They wanted it now.
Right.
21 years old, they wanted me to
take the team championship.
Right. And it was hard on me from what you just said, Steve. What I had endured in my life
was way harder.
So it probably didn't even register and bother me like it would anybody else. That was the #1 pick. You know what I mean? So it didn't bother me like, man, I'm in the NBA. I just got out of jail. You know what I mean?
It'll get no sweeter than this.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm making millions of dollars. Like, I'm taking care of my family.
Yeah. Right.
Tawana is straight. You know what I mean? Like, my daughter is straight. So it's like, man, fuck that shit. And then, you know, what God do, and great coaches do, what Larry Brown did, and great teammates do, they help me, you know what I mean, get to what we ultimately, you know, end up becoming.
Remember what Larry Brown said about me and you? It's a quote. I got it. I cut it out the magazine. God put him on this earth to coach Allen Iverson and Steven Jackson.
Wow. And he the greatest. Like, how is he not involved in any organization at all? And he don't want no money. He just want his voice to be heard, to help.
He want the game to stay appreciated.
Yeah,
I
am for him to say he say he go around in life, and everywhere he at, airports, you know, wherever he at, and people walk up to him and say, "You're Allen Iverson's coach," or "You were Allen Iverson's coach," and he loved that feeling. Do you know how that make me feel though?
As much as we look up to him.
I remember I did something. We were playing Orlando, and I hit the winner, and I remember your reaction. Cause me and you, we jumped up, you know what I mean? We jumped up and, you know what I mean? But your reaction, and when you say you won't plan, but you know, the type of motherfucker you are, your reaction for the success that we had.
That's it.
It's
always been that way, pure. You gotta think, I'm a fan. Like you're someone we all look up to, and I pretty much just had the best motherfucking seat in the arena right here every single night.
Watching him play.
I say because he missed his, I mean, can you imagine, I mean, you're already an icon, Hall of Famer, but if social media was around back when he was playing.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? You gotta think that first, when you hopped in the league with the crossover on MJ, but I was front and center for you making a lot of people fall down. And if you look back, like my kids were looking the other day, they're like, "Dad, I didn't know you played with Allen Iverson." I was like, "I did," and I watched them. I was, you know, I didn't play. I watched, but I jumped off the bench. Yeah, I jumped off the bench like a couple times when he would just cross. But to me, it's just about seeing. I've always been team, but to get a chance to just see what you went through every single day. People don't understand, first of all, how fucking small you are. And then to see the burst of sacks on your elbows or how beat up your hips are. Like, this motherfucker couldn't move. And then all of a sudden at the games, he's amazing.
The only motherfuckers that know for real is motherfuckers like him that played with me.
Those in the locker room.
You know what I mean? That, like, Tawana Iverson, like, could sit up and watch me walk to the bathroom in the morning and be like, ain't no way in hell he playing today. Right. You know what I mean? Because motherfucker Fred Sanford, nigga just, man, I get there, see the motherfucking fans, man, look in them eyes.
It's over with.
Man, what? I'm playing. I don't give a fuck if the shit hanging off. Man, I'm playing. You know what I mean? Just for my guys, man, and them fucking Philadelphia fans, man. But just like I'm not an activist, like I marvel what you do. Absolutely. Like, I'm so proud of you. Like, I mean, you talking about when we FaceTime and I'm crying and shit like that. But when I see you on Instagram, and then when I see you, you know, on TV and doing your thing and standing up for us and all that, man, that's Steve. That's what he was bred to do, man. He is that, man. Just like you say it all the time. You didn't ask to be put in this situation. It happened. And you took the responsibility and took off with it.
Kept moving.
And I'm doing it. And I'm doing it, and I'm gonna be the best at doing it. And I love it. And I love it. But I don't try to be Steve. I don't try to be Steve Jackson. I don't try to do that. I don't try to go out there and let me try to be better than Steve. Let me be a better activist than Steve. Man, all of it is wrong. All that shit is wrong. We know it.
Yeah.
You see a motherfucker, somebody get murdered for no reason, it's wrong.
No matter what.
It's just wrong. Racism, you can't change nobody. And I said I won't even talk about this, but it's here. You can't just tell a person that's racist, man, that is wrong, and then that person is gonna be like, all right, well, I ain't racist no more because you said it's wrong.
It don't work like that.
Because man, God gotta do something about this.
It don't work like that.
Man, evil is evil and good is good, man.
They don't have a color neither, because they come in all
No.
colors, shapes, and forms.
I'm a hooper. My whole life, I've been around everybody.
That's why I say that all the time. As a basketball player, it's kind of hard for you to be racist, bro.
How can you be?
It's kind of hard especially grow up in the AAU circus and all the different races we come up with. Play. If you are, you're gonna stand out like a sore thumb.
You think I don't love Cal Korver? You think I don't love Keith Van Horn? You think I don't love Tom McCullough? Like, you think those guys were just my teammates? No, man, we went through war together, man.
That's the narrative, though, Chuck. That's the narrative. That's why we got our own show, so we can paint our own narratives now. They can't just say Chuck hate the people or Chuck is this. Nah, you can't say that.
No.
You can talk to Chuck. You can interview Chuck. You can ask him yourself. You know
I
what I'm
never
saying?
had it's never been a race that I had a problem with. Man, do you know who threw me in jail? A white man. I don't have no problem with white men. You know how many white people I love? You know how many Jews that I love?
But it says a lot about you and your character, though, because you have faced racism at the highest level.
But I look at it like, I look at people. I don't look at your color. I look at people. Do you know how many black people, African Americans, shit on me? But so what you saying? I don't love Matt? I don't love Steve? What you mean?
We definitely can be our own worst enemy at times.
Yeah. I don't have no racist bones in my body. I look at people for what they are, man.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? I don't, just like we talked about earlier, man, I don't look at you because you're not rich. I don't shame you because you're poor. I don't shame you because you work at McDonald's. I come to the goddamn window to get my fries. Goddamn it, I'm gonna treat you like I would treat anybody.
It's good in everybody, dog.
You know what I mean? It's this world, we trying to figure all this stuff out. And what I'm saying is, like, people need to believe, man. Believe in their faith, whatever it is. I ain't saying you gotta be a Christian and you gotta be a Muslim or whatever you are. Man, believe in the good that come with it.
Yeah, religion aside, everybody that stand on side of love, it's time to come together. Regardless of what religion you are, regardless of what color you are, if you stand on side of love, this is the most important time to stand on the side of the next person who's standing on side of love, to push the people who hate out. This is the most important time. All that religion, all the color, all that stuff do not matter at this point.
You goddamn right.
It don't matter at all.
Look, everybody saying, and it makes me so mad when, but I understand. People be saying, I can't wait for 2020 to be over. And my whole thing is like, I was thinking like that. I was like, man, Kobe, this damn disease, Coach Thompson, what else? You can help me.
Georgie?
Police brutality?
George, the police brutality, the protesting, and all of this stuff. that's going on, and it's like everybody's saying, you know, we just want 2020 to go. And I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, damn, my nephew was born 4 months ago. So me saying 2020 is so bad, no, I can't say that. And then it's like everybody in a hurry for 2021. And do you know how many days there are between right now and 2021? You ain't promised tomorrow. Right. So what you hoping?
Fast forward.
You trying to fast forward? What you trying to fast forward something for?
I learned more.
I mean?
I learned more this shit. I learned more in 2020 than I've learned in the first 41 years of my life.
Me too.
I learned more about myself, more about other people, more about history, more about. I've educated myself more in the last couple months than I've educated myself my whole life.
It's a pivotal year. This is going to be a year that's going to go down in history when we're old.
They're going
to talk about this year in the history, or if they're not having history books, but when our kids are in school, like 2020 is going to be one of those historical, pivotal moments in American history.
Man, for all the positive reasons, you gotta figure out, as bad as police brutality and racism and all that stuff, somebody getting shot in the back 7 times, and as bad as it is in your mind, I'm thinking it's gonna get better.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean? You just thinking positive. You're not thinking negative, man. It's gonna be all right, man. You know what I mean? Mo always tell me when stuff happened to me in my life, and I be like, man, damn. You know what I mean? And Mo say, son, this too shall pass. You gonna get through it, man. God gonna get you through it, man. You know what I mean? You are beautiful, man. You are a great person, man. Right here. You great right there. So that's what's gonna take care of you.
That's all that matters.
Right there. That's what's gonna take care of you. Your heart. You know what I mean? And I look at the situation with these police officers, and the bad apples are the bad apples.
Period.
You know what I mean? But I feel sorry for the dudes that really protect and serve and care.
Because they're getting painted in the same brush.
Because they getting bruised just like the ones that's supposed to be getting.
They got to deal with the aftermath of the bad cop acts. They got to deal with it. They got to go out there when they really trying to do their job. Now they feeling for their life because of one dumb racist cop.
Yeah.
You know, and it's really not fair. You know, it's not fair. But at the same time, you always throw that question, well, where are you, good cops, when this is going on?
Wow.
Where are you?
Wow.
Or where are you when after it happens, when we're protesting? So it's a fine line. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask for support and not give support.
Right,
it don't work that way.
But then too, for the cops that do try to call out people, they're blackballed, they're harassed. There was a cop in LA that blew the whistle on that Compton Sheriff Department where the 2 cops just got shot. But previous, maybe a month ago, he blew the whistle on just all the bullshit, the racism that was going on. Now his family's being threatened, he's being threatened, cars fucked with, all this kind of stuff. So it's just like an ever evolving cycle that just continues. But you got to think about it. If policing started as slave wranglers. That's why they started police, was to catch slaves. So anything that's built on a foundation of that's what policing was built on. So how can you expect it to ever be? That's a whole nother conversation, but it's crazy. But it's like I said, it's just, I agree with you. You know, every day above, you know, every day we wake up is a blessed day. Although 2020 has been terrible, it's had terrible moments. There's still been plenty of blessings within this year. You know what I mean? You got to find that silver lining.
We're back. That's a big blessing.
Absolutely.
We breathing right now. It's another blessing. We got a chance to get better tomorrow if we make it to tomorrow. But today we have more hours than today to get better than what we're doing now.
On the
we
couch.
got Chuck here.
On the couch.
You dig what I'm saying? Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
Life is great. I'm taking advantage of it.
I hear you.
Man, man, I play that song over and over. Life ain't so bad at all. It ain't so bad at all, man.
At all.
Straight up.
Life
Moving
ain't so
back.
bad at all.
So you finally make the playoffs in '99. You beat the Magic, get swept by the Pacers. 2000, come back strong.
Why you had to say that?
Huh?
He hit us with a buzzer beater.
That hurt me. That hurt me. Cause I thought we were
on the way.
Man, I knew we were gonna win a championship once we got by the Pacers. Like they were a thorn.
They were a measuring stick.
I mean, even the year we beat them, they won game 1, didn't they? at our house. And I'm like, man, here we go again, man. These dudes, man, they had the roughest, toughest team, man. You know what I mean? They had the roughest, toughest team.
2001, you win MVP. Talk to us what that was like.
2001, you remember they was getting ready to trade me to Detroit. I was getting ready to get traded the year before. And then we came in, we won 10 in a row. And it was like, man, when you know you the baddest dude in the world, like you ain't never get the recognition of being that. Mm-hmm. You know, I was always, you know, it was always something about why I'm not a great. Mm-hmm. It was always something. His
hair.
Posse, his hair, his cornrows, his dress. You know what I mean? It was always something.
Other than basketball.
Other than basketball.
Because they couldn't attack him there.
Yeah, it was like, damn, finally, like, they might be, you know, turning a page on, because, you know, some people say, I don't give a fuck what they say about me. You know what I mean? I'm like, that ain't true.
That ain't true.
You know what I mean? Like, like if a dude call you a child molester or a rapist,
you gonna
care.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I got to the point where I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, wow, you know what I mean? MVP, the best player in the whole world. You know, because I remember leading the league in steals 3 years in a row. And not even being honorable mention all defense, you know what I'm saying? And then Larry Hughes did it the year after me, and he was first team all defense.
Yeah.
People just don't want you to win, just, you know, thinking they picking on you because you are you. You comfortable being you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, and certain people don't like that. Like, it wasn't that I won't conforming and shit like that when I was dressing the way I was dressing and stuff like that. I was dressing like, damn, I finally got some money. I can wear
whatever I want.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
straight up.
The dudes from my neighborhood, they would love to wear this right here.
Mm-hmm. The fresh white tees, the 3, 4X.
The 10X. Look.
The jerseys.
I used to go to Big and Tall, and the dudes that I played with, Derek Coleman and all them, they used to get mad because they like, man, Chuck done went to the Big and Tall and bought all this
shit that come down to his knees.
And bought all the shit, and we ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing in there for us. You know what I mean? Just, Steve, just living, man. Just wanting to be happy, man. Just.
It don't take much.
You know what I'm saying? Just, man, my kids, my teammates, my fans, my friends, whatever I like to eat, whatever I like to drink, man, that's all I want, man. Yep. You know what I mean? I just want to be motherfucking happy, man. God damn, man.
It ain't hard.
God damn.
It ain't hard,
Too much to ask.
Mary J. Blige, man.
Yeah.
I really want to be happy, man. That's it, man. What's wrong with that, man? What's wrong with that, man? You know what I mean? Like, man.
We need you on the show, Mary J. I don't mean to cut you off, but since we singing the Queen, Mary J, we need you on the show.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, and be around the people, man, that you love, man. That's it, man. You know what I mean? What's wrong with that, man? What's wrong with that, man? I don't want to go outside and feel like as soon as I go outside, somebody gonna shoot me for nothing. And you can't be in life scared to live. I'm not being scared to live, man. I wear my mask, I put gloves on, whatever. I wash my hands, I do all of that. You know what I mean? But I gotta, all of a sudden, I gotta walk out of here and be scared for when somebody cough around me or sneeze. It's so bad that when we cough, we get scared. We used to cough our whole life. I'm 45 years old. I used to cough all the time. I get cough now. I start coughing, I get scared.
I hear people coughing. They as soon as they cough, they said disclaimers. Oh, I was just smoking weed.
I
was just smoking just a few minutes ago.
Man, it is, and it's not funny, but
it is funny to me,
yeah,
bro.
I'm talking about when you in line, you know, I just hear somebody cough.
Oh shit!
What the fuck? You know what I mean?
Like a gunshot.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on out here?
Like, man, what is this world turned into?
And you see everybody around, as soon as they see everybody around doing this.
Yeah.
picks today.
What?
Season 2 of All the Smoke is back, and I'm excited to announce our new partnership with DraftKings, the daily leader in fantasy sports.
And during the NBA playoffs, DraftKings is giving you an opportunity at a shot of millions of dollars in prizes with your first deposit.
Stack, if you had to draft some NBA players right now, who are some of the hotter players in the bubble you'd be picking?
I got to go with some of the solid picks. Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Jimmy Butler, just to name a few.
I love it. I'm going to round that out with some solid value with people like Kyle Kuzma, Michael Porter Jr., one of my personal favorites, Tyler Hero, and the sharpshooter Duncan Robinson. But for you out there, it's simple. Pick 8 NBA players. Each player has an assigned salary. Valid lineups must not exceed the $50,000 salary cap. Pick up fantasy points for rebounds, blocks, assists, steals, and much more.
Build one of the best NBA squads and win a DraftKings daily fantasy contest. Download the DraftKings app and use the code SMOKE. That's right, code SMOKE.
Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for more details. So 2001 MVP season, this is you guys' run right here. Finally get the revenge against Indiana, 3-1 in the playoffs. Memorable moment, which I kind of thought was mirrored a little bit in this playoffs this year with the run that you and Vince had. We had Vince on a couple months ago, and he talked about that back and forth that you and him had during that playoff run, dropping 50, and just how, that Game 7 missed shot. What was the most memorable part about that series with him?
Him.
Amazing. People, I think because he played so long, people forget how fucking amazing Vince was.
Oh my God. Yo. But look, who you think had the craziest hops ever?
Him.
You think him, right?
Him.
You know what's crazy? As much as I want to agree with you.
Who you got?
Trey.
Iguodala? Y'all remember young Iggy was, whoo.
Yo. Not Vince, though.
I know. It's I don't want to be politically correct.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. Cause I know, cause trust me, that guy
That one
right
leg,
there
he had the left leg now.
was the most exciting
He took the world by storm.
man, and his style. He just changed the culture. We all know Mike was like, Mike was different. Like Dr. J was Dr. J. Then Mike came with the whole
swag too.
You know what I mean? Everything else, different, a little different. And then Vince took it to another level after Mike.
That excitement to it. Vince brought the excitement to it. That shit you ain't never seen before.
And then his jumper was so pretty. His handle was so crazy.
First step was crazy.
His first step was so crazy. Because if he get by you,
it's over.
you know what's going
It's over.
what's gonna happen.
Grab before he take off. Grab before he take
You
off.
know what's gonna happen. I just don't want people to not recognize where Andre Iguodala was or is as far as leaping. You know what I mean? Like, I remember him, he telling me, man, all you gotta do, Chuck, is work on your legs. I'm like, man, I'm not lifting no weights. He's like, why you don't wanna lift weights, man? Because they too damn heavy. You know what I mean? I don't lift weights. They too heavy. You know what I mean? But he being there, man, with his trainer, and I just seen him do so many things, man. Like, just getting off the floor, man. Like, I've seen him hit his head on the rim.
I remember when you were working on throwing, he just throw it here. And he would come from underneath the bow. Was on the team that then you guys were practicing that shit at practice. Just throw it here. Where you want me to throw it? And motherfucking Chuck threw it off the back side. Was it the back or the side?
The side of the
Iggy
back.
come underneath that.
That left leg was unreal.
Man, his left leg was so crazy.
That's crazy.
But he can go off too. But his left, just off one foot.
And that's a person who had a lot, and people don't realize too, had a lot of game, but just always played his role wherever he was at. He was never really asked to go get it, but he could if he needed to.
I think he was he was a superstar. He played the superstar role when I left.
For a little bit.
In Philly, yeah.
When I left, yeah.
He took the cake. You guys run into the Lakers in the 2001 finals, go into LA, get game 1, and then another moment that would have been, it still is infamous, but if social media was back then, when you hit the jumper on T. Lue and stepped over him. A meme that still gets played daily. Looking back, But now almost 20 years ago. What do you think about that particular play?
You know what's so crazy? I don't like it.
Really?
Because I love him.
I'm about to say that's his boy.
You know what I mean? Like,
why you think T-Lou had braids? Because of Chuck.
I believe it.
Yeah, and he was giving me so many problems, man. Like
he was a dog.
He was
a beast on
harassing
that ball.
me, straight dog. And he was harassing me so much.
He was playing you in practice.
Yeah, and he was just on me so much. And what's so crazy, Matt, I don't know how it happened. It's like, you know, you think a monumental moment with LeBron when he did this. You know what I mean?
Everybody did that.
But he probably didn't know he was getting ready to do that. You know what I mean?
The feeling.
Like the moment and just the feeling, like when I stepped over him, it was like, I ain't know I did it. And then they try to get me to mimic the shit years later, like I don't even know how to do it. You know what I mean? Because it was like, I know y'all know, you know what I mean? But just for everybody else that, you know, that didn't play, you don't know when you're gonna do something. You don't know the emotions in the game or what go on throughout the game. It can be a coach that piss you off, you know what I mean? And then you react a certain way, just, you know, to basically tell him, yeah, you know what I mean? Look what I did. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know. So I don't even, that moment, yeah, it was dope when you look back on it.
Right.
But I just don't like it because, like my homeboy, one day, he made me so mad. We was playing, did he used to coach Boston or somebody?
Who?
Ty. Anyway, he was in the building and the pitches, they had the pitches, you know what I mean, in the arena. And my homeboy gonna tell him to sign it. Man, I got so mad at him, I cussed him out so bad, man.
He said, sign it down there where you sit down.
Man, I got so mad.
What was it like playing against Shaq and Kobe in their prime with them, with those Laker teams?
Terrible. I think I have a championship ring on if Shaq wasn't who he was in that series. And what was crazy is people were saying Dikembe had a great series. But I don't know how you had a great series if the guy you guarding averaging 30 and 15. But Shaq had his way with damn near everybody. Then, you know what I mean, especially 2001. And Cole.
That was the first of the three-peat, right? That was the first one of the second one of the three-peat.
The second one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember, they were undefeated in the playoffs until they came in and got game
Yeah,
one.
them like they were just
rolling.
You know what I mean?
They ended up winning 3 in a row.
Running
And it was just too much Shaq in his prime. And then you got Kobe in his prime.
Scary.
Damn, man. You know what I mean? And then all you gotta have is other guys
play their roles
out there.
Fish, them dudes playing their roles.
Play defense. Who was homie? Horry, but homie, pretty boy.
Fox
with the pretty
Fox.
hat.
Rick Fox.
Rick Fox out there. And then all y'all gotta do is make wide open shots.
That's it.
You getting millions of dollars to just hit a shot.
Spot up.
Them free throws. How you gonna beat them? Kobe getting all the attention, Shaq getting all the attention. You can't double Shaq. And if you don't double him, that's a bucket.
Barbecue chicken.
You gotta double Kobe, because if you don't, that's a bucket. And it might be 3 or 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be 3 a lot of times.
And it's gonna be 3 a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, then you got Fish, just relentless on D. You know what I mean? He playing hard as hell on D. Who else they had? They had
Devin George,
Brian
I think.
Shaw.
B. Shaw.
Who else?
I know J.R. Wright was on that team, but he was just in street clothes.
Yeah, J.R. won't playing. Yeah. But it was somebody else. It was somebody
Devin
else.
George? Was he there?
Devin
Or was
George.
that 02?
Yeah, but Devin George did his
solid.
Played his part.
Played his role. That was tough.
Man,
I mean,
tough.
To get the team you got there was impressive in itself. 2016, you get the call that you're going to the Hall of Fame. I know you cried, but what was going through your head initially just after all the shit you had been through? Nearly the world never even knowing Allen Iverson, to going to Georgetown, to becoming the #1 pick, to all the accolades you've accumulated across your career to finally get that nod. You spoke about it in 2001. I've been the baddest motherfucker. I finally got recognized, and then 2016, the Hall calls.
When I heard the phone ring, shit might sound arrogant, cocky. I knew it. I knew it. I said, this it.
The whole world knew it.
I said, this it. And then I just hugged her, and You know, we cried, and it was like, I did it. You know what I mean? Like, I did it. All we want to do is make it to the biggest stage and dance. All we really want, like people talk about, you know, my most memorable moment, it was getting drafted. But then something like that is not one layer of icing on the cake, you know, 100 layers of icing on the cake. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, Matt, yeah, Steve, man, such and such, man, he better than AI, man, he better than AI. Well, my homeboy in the Hall of Fame. And then, such and such gonna be in the Hall of Fame. All right, we'll have this conversation once they make it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, the barbershops and the beauty salons is like, man, you can say what you want to say about homeboy, but he a Hall of Famer.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? You could talk about, man, he shot too much, man. He turned the ball over too much. He wasn't a team player. All right, man. Well, ain't too many dudes Hall of Famers, man.
What you do? What you done? What have you done?
And what did you do?
Yeah. How good are you? Did you make your
And
church
what
league
did you
team?
do? Yeah, huh?
You got cut from your church league team. How
Yeah. Man, who you play for right now?
Maybe even.
Why you talking about this Hall of Famer, man? I get in that realm where I'm watching games, and that's why I'll never be a commentator, because I don't like talking shit about nobody. I look at it like, how can you say an NBA player is some shit? Man, he on the highest level there is. I don't give a damn if he never get off the bench.
Word.
What he would do
They
to
might
you,
be some shit to us, but they can't. They great to you.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what he would do?
The last person on the bench would
The
bust
last person.
anybody's
Do
ass.
you know what he would do in the gym? You know what I mean? On a rec league court, or you know, just a pickup game.
There's
Do you know what he would do to you?
400
show
of them
you
in the
why he a
world.
pro.
There's only 400 in the whole entire world. 450 in the whole entire world. I used to tell people that all the time, man. And that's why me and Jack are really in this media space now, because I get tired of hearing people who never accomplished nothing. Like, you can disagree or not like someone's game, but just the form of disrespect that's not needed. Like, you can not like something, you don't have to disrespect it. And it's crazy the amount of disrespect that comes from motherfuckers who've never done nothing. Nothing. The reason why you talk about sports is because you weren't good enough to play it.
They wake up in the morning moving their clothes basket. They can't throw a sock in the basket. But they want to talk about somebody not making a shot or their shoot percentage.
Listen, that's crazy. I know this God. It's one guy that I want you. I'm looking. What camera can I look at? Do I supposed to look at?
Looking at
It's one guy. I know you know who I'm talking to. I know you hate me. And trust me, I don't hate nobody. Yes, I do. I hate you. It's one guy that you know I'm talking to, that they talking about right now.
I know too.
It's one guy. No, it ain't. It ain't who you think it is.
Oh, okay.
But I got love for Skip.
Okay.
I got love for Skip. So, you know, I know people think
Yeah.
it's Skip. It's not you. You know what I mean? But it's a guy that do exactly what you do. And just trust me, the way you hate me, motherfucker, I hate you too.
Feelings mutual.
You know what I mean? The feeling is so mutual, and you don't help me, and I don't help you, and I'm fine. I'm fine out here, regardless of how much you talk about me. All right. Just know who I'm talking about, and I'm not mentioning your name because I won't even want the whole world to even know that. Goddamn it, I give you that type of love.
But you know he know.
You know.
You and I know what's going on.
Oh, and you and your daddy. You and your daddy.
Ooh.
Both of you.
Both of you.
Both of you.
Both of
Yeah,
them.
when I come in, I want 2 and 3, the both of them.
Both of you.
you.
You and your daddy, and the world can figure it out.
Yeah.
But I ain't saying your name.
No shine.
You did.
2020 Hall of Fame class. Obviously, rest in peace to our brother Kobe. We're going to get to him in a second. But KG, Duncan, what was it like playing with those guys? I know you've had battles with all of them.
Okay. Tim was one of the greatest teammates I ever had. And I played with him in the Olympics. Me and Tim was the only ones to go after something was going on overseas or something, and me and Tim was the only ones that ended up going. The original team didn't go.
go.
So put together the whole team. LeBron was on the team, Melo, D-Wade, but they was young. You know what I mean? And I just remember Tim telling me, because we had a hard time. We was getting our ass whipped. And I remember just Tim telling me, man, play like you play. You know, play like the pest you were to us when we, you know what I mean? Don't be out here trying to play another way because we playing with a whole bunch of Olympians. You know what I mean? And I just remember him being such a great teammate.
That he is.
I remember we were in our dorm. I was asleep, and I woke up, and I had peanut butter between my feet and all in my hands, and the motherfucker tickling my face.
You just slap yourself.
Yeah, and I slapped my face, peanut butter and shit everywhere. And I ain't gonna tell you the story that happened after that. I let that person, if they want to tell that story, I let them tell it. Tim snitched on who did it.
He told you?
And
Tim gave it up?
And trust me, something happened. Something happened after that. And you can ask Tim about it, or you can ask the person that the altercation was with.
Did it?
Yeah, you can ask them.
Some shit that went down, huh?
Man, did it.
Tim say, answer? I have the answer.
Yes. Yes. No, Tim said, dudes that know me don't call me Allen or call me AI.
Chuck.
Chuck.
Hey, please tell it to people about Tim, though. Tim is not scary.
No.
At all.
No.
He's not a scary guy.
No.
Do the UFC fight and all that now. Tim has always been an action junkie. He is totally opposite what people think he is.
No. Not scary at all. And you said KG.
KG.
Official Block family.
Official Block family.
Man, my girl, when me and my girl get into it, she don't never, because I say I don't like the word real because I think it's fake. You know what I mean? But she'll say, well, why you got it tattooed on you? I got the realest tattooed on my back. But so authentic, man. He's so authentic. I gotta use the word real. Yeah. Just real, man. Just he just cage all the time. You know what I mean? And then and he used to confuse me because he would say what's up to you in the beginning of the game. And then after that,
fuck you.
Fuck you.
Straight up.
Especially after the jump ball, he talking to himself. He might not shake your hand, none of that.
None of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, look, I couldn't believe. I just remember one game with Keith Van Horn.
Oh my God.
And he was killing Keith, but what he was saying to him.
Afterward, yeah.
Like after he scored on him, what he was saying.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, yo, man, I'm honestly, I'm looking at the referees like,
you gonna let this shit go?
Yeah, you gonna just he can talk like this?
Hey, you right. He got away with. He one person that talked trash all the time and got away with it.
Crazy as shit.
No, cause the person, the young bull that remind me of him is Westbrook, cause Westbrook language.
Yeah.
When he do certain stuff, it's outrageous. Like when he get an and one or he dunk or something, he just. And I'm like, when I was playing, like if I said the word motherfucker or nigga like that, man, what?
Yeah. You was on a short leash.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, KG was just vicious, but he was so bad. His mid-range game.
Everything.
He'll get that bitch off the glass and push it all the way up court at 7 foot.
Could do everything, man. Could do everything out there on the basketball court, man. You know what I mean? I played against him in the Nike All-American game, and he was just, his energy and everything was the same way. He's a Hall of Fame. That's first ballot, right? Rightfully so. He was so dope, you know what I mean? And you remember, KG was crazy when all the fours was crazy.
Yeah.
Webb,
Duncan, Webb, Sheed,
Dice.
McDice.
Yeah, they always popular.
What? Them All-Star games with them 4 men during that era?
Crazy.
Come on, man.
Crazy.
Man, love you, I love you, KG, man. Right, and congratulations, man. Yes, congratulations.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Before we get to code.
And you, Tim.
Yeah. Before we get to code, you wrote a letter for the Players Tribune. I'm gonna read it. Titled to code. It was like heavyweight fighters beating the hell out of one another, and then the bell was nothing but love and respect. Greatness needed company. We needed each other. Mike needed Prince like Prince needed Mike. Tyson needed Holyfield like Holyfield needed Tyson. Talk to us about your relationship with Kobe and what it was like going to war with him over all these years.
I didn't have a personal relationship with him, but you know how killers respect killers. You know what I mean? And that's what it was. He knew who I was. I know who he is. He gave me that push. I gave it to him. I love the stories that people give me that were teammates, that were friends. I love the stories. I wouldn't say it bothered me, but I wish I could have had a better relationship with him as far as how great other people said he was. I want that energy around me. He
really admired you, bro.
Yeah, he was the ultimate. He was the ultimate competitive, man. Like,
You lucky Allen Iverson not 6'8". 6'6", that's what he always
that's
used
what
to
that
say.
man said, man.
You lucky Allen Iverson.
When I
not
heard
6'6",
that,
6'7".
it made me feel so good because the respect that he gave me, it was like he know. Just like Max. I watched First Take, and I listen to Steve and Max go at it. A lot of people don't rock with Max, but I love Max because Max.
I like Max.
Max always take up for me.
I don't like the other guy. Your homeboy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get back on track.
Because I would go all the way off.
All right. But he said something like, if Kobe and somebody had a baby, it'd be me, whatever. And, just for people to put me in the same sentence with Kobe, just make me feel good about my grind, my mom, my family, my teammates, y'all, my homeboys. Just is a tribute to y'all. You know what I mean? For a motherfucker to put me in the same category as Kobe Bryant, like, that's so dope to me.
Is this story true? It's a story that I heard that you landed in L.A. and Kobe picked you up.
On Black Range Rover.
Yeah, he picked you up because he just wanted to chop it up with you, and after y'all go out to eat or whatever, you decided to go out. He tell your ass, I'm dropping you off to the hotel. This is my stop. I'm going to work out. I'm going to the gym. Is that a true story?
He took me out to eat, and I said, what you getting ready to do? I'm going to the club. And he said, I'm going to the gym. And that was him. That's what made, that greatness. That's where that greatness came from. Because his work ethic
second to none.
was just.
But I guarantee you, it's probably a handful of people on the other team that he was playing that he did that he can't. Because Kobe, he ain't talking to nobody through the game. Damn sure not nobody on another team. So I'm just saying, that showed the respect he had for you. Kobe ain't going to pick up nobody that he finna play against the next day. Hell nah.
It was all
that ain't his MO.
Yeah.
He
was studying you the whole time. Studying what you was eating, studying what you was saying. No bullshit. That's how he was. He was a sicko when it came to that kind of shit, like trying to find any kind of advantage or angle he could possibly get. Like, I had stories when I got a chance to play with him and just to see what he would do to study people, study film. This motherfucker, we were flying to Spain one time in the preseason. I've told this story before, but I thought he was over there rapping. Everyone was asleep. I went over there to talk to him. I was about to talk shit to him about rapping. But he was over there with a piece of paper with like 30 different basketball courts on it, and he's just like, I know that I'm gonna draw at least 3 people. So I got the guy guarding me, the guy that's coming to double, and then the help side. So I'm over here looking to see where you, L.O., Ron, Steve, Fish are all gonna be open at when I'm guarded by 3 people. And he had like 30 different courts, and this is where you're gonna be, this is where L.O.'s gonna. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, why are we flying? Like, everyone else is knocked out, I couldn't sleep. But it was just like little things like that. And then I would go to Orange County and work out with him, and we on the track before the sun comes up. And then we lift weights so hard that, all right, let's go shoot. And I'm like, motherfucker, I can't lift my arms. You want me to go shoot a basketball right now? Like, his grind was sickening. That was his thing, man. Rest in peace to Cole,
And
man.
rest in peace, man. Definitely.
Boy.
Rest in peace.
Mount Rushmore. He on that route.
No
he on
question.
that. He on that Mount Rushmore. Cole up there. That's my favorites. You know, it's always gonna be Mike. You know what I mean? Kobe. You know what I mean? My 1 and 2. You know what I mean? And LeBron. You know what I mean? Just so great. But what Mike and Kobe did to me mentally. You know what I mean?
And everybody else.
Huh?
You and everybody else.
Yeah.
Kobe and Mike mind fucked all of us. I'm just telling you, bro.
So you got Mike 1, Kobe 2, Bron 3?
Yeah, I got Bron number 3.
Can Bron hop Kobe in your eyes, finishing out his career in any kind of aspect?
No, I'm not. As great as he is, I'm just not gonna do it just cause. When LeBron was talking about me, you know, saying like he wanted to be me, he didn't want to be Mike, and it's no, cause you know how much he loved Mike, so it ain't no disrespect.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just I just love Mike so much, and Kobe is the closest thing to me to Mike.
Right. You and me both.
Right. And then LeBron is just hands down LeBron James.
Yeah.
Like he's in a class by himself.
King.
You know what I mean? And then, you know, Shaq, and y'all know how I feel about Steph Curry. But that motherfucker Dame Dollar.
He feel the same. Steph feel the same way about you, though. I tell you that.
Yeah,
we had him
Dame.
on the show.
Yeah,
he feel
no,
the
he was
same way
excited.
about you.
No, he
All
was
the young
blown away.
guys, really.
No, it's dope. It was definitely to see his reaction, to see who Steph is today, but then to see how he went back to a child when he said, you know, when you put him in your top 5, starting 5, like he's just,
You should have
couldn't
seen his
believe
face.
it.
You should have seen his face, bro. He just
was
lit
dope.
up.
What you mean? You think I don't watch? I watch
Yeah,
it.
he lit up. He lit
I
up.
seen it. This my shit too now.
Yeah.
Don't think I don't watch it all. I
I
watch
already
every
know.
every single one.
Yeah.
And gonna continue to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's the best. It don't get no realer than this.
So you're credited, obviously, as you should be, as someone who bridged the gap between culture and sports. From like what we touched on earlier, the way you dressed, your tattoos, your braids, your do-rags. What do you think about from what, and really, because I think they started the NBA dress code because of you.
I know it.
Yeah, right.
No question.
What do you think about from
And
where it
after the
was into what it is now and about fashion?
I love it.
Do you?
Love it. Love it. I'm not gonna tell nobody how to dress, man. Leave people alone, man. Let people dress and be who they are.
Express themselves
Let
how they
people
want.
be, man, what? And be comfortable. Be comfortable. You gonna tell me what to wear to go play basketball?
Right. Shit don't even sound right.
You know what I mean? Like, how you gonna tell me what to wear to go to work? You know what I mean? When you know, I can understand if you're a lawyer or something like that. You ain't gonna come to court with a sweatsuit on. You know what I mean? I understand that. But man, I'm coming to play basketball. I'm coming to be comfortable. I'm coming to get ready, and I want to be cool. You know what I mean? I want to be cool for the people that see me. I want to be cool, you know, when I leave the crib and my girl think I'm cool. I want to be cool for when my teammates see me and see me looking cool. You know what I mean? Let me be fresh, man. Don't have me looking like everybody else look.
Right.
That's not you.
You know what I mean? Don't have me looking like everybody else look. Me and Dikembe don't dress alike. You know what I'm saying?
He still shopping with Kerry from Charlotte. We just talking about the Walkers. We just talking about Walkers.
He used to
Me
be a
and
Walker killer
Dikembe
too.
we don't dress alike. But me and Dikembe play the same.
Y'all shopped at some of the same. Everybody shopped at Kerry and got the Walkers.
Yeah.
We all had Walkers.
Yeah.
We
Yes,
all
sir.
5X bell bottom
Yes, sir.
Walkers.
Yes, sir. Me and Dikembe, we play the same. You know what I mean? Me and Aaron McKee, we don't dress alike. Me and Eric Snow don't dress alike, but we play the same.
Dogs. Yeah.
Shit, we play hard. You know what I mean? But we don't supposed to, that ain't our thing. Shit, Aaron McKee today, he don't dress like AI. He don't dress like Allen Iverson. He dressed like Aaron McKee.
Shout out Aaron McKee, coach of Temple.
What? Shout out Aaron.
You also made it fashionable on the court. most people don't know, like the sleeve that you wore to help, you protecting them elbows, but then that became a fashion statement. I mean, although headbands were worn before you, you made the headband dope again. Yeah.
Shout out to Cliff Robinson.
Yeah,
Rest in peace, Uncle Cliff.
OG Cliff.
The headbands, the trends you've done. You signed a lifelong deal with Reebok, so that's dope. Continuing to drop shoes. What has that relationship been like, and how important has the Reebok family been to you over your career?
I love them so much because even with new ownership, they've maintained the same relationship with me. You know what I mean? They understand that I'm Reebok. And when you think about Reebok, that's all you think about is Allen Iverson. I don't care how many people, you know what I mean? I don't care how many people come and join the company or whatever. Man, already know that I'm Reebok. And the relationship has basically maintained even with my retirement. And that's what I think is so awesome. I think that is so dope. The guys that I work with, Alan Brown, beautiful guy. We became, I know we've been business partners for years, but we homeboys now.
That's dope.
And that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, we homeboys. Like, I call him, we talk about other things besides business. But yeah, man, I love Reebok. They always stuck by me. I love money, so it make me love them more.
Yep, and we didn't put this on here, but we have a begging segment that we finna get started up on episode 2, season 2. And Reebok, if y'all watching, because I know y'all watching, it's a lot of flavors, questions that's out there. I need all of them.
Every last one.
Every last one of them, okay? Mo just left, so I couldn't get it to him in time. But Reebok, I know y'all watching. We want all the colors and questions, all right? He took a picture recently on this page where he's somewhere in the Reebok store and they got all these different colors questions, okay? We need those. Right here, baby.
Those.
Yeah, those.
Begging segment.
Well, we both 14 too, so
14.
run it.
You heard it from the one.
You run
14. Closing out, like I said, obviously you bridged the gap between culture, music, obviously. What was it like when you just still, up to this day, hear your name dropped in songs? And who was the favorite name drop?
Shout out
you
Jada.
seen? That was the coldest commercial ever to me.
Yeah.
That shit was so
You
cold.
answered it.
That was it?
You answered it.
Jada.
You answered it. No, him, but like he's in my top 5 of favorite rappers.
No question.
So
Super underrated.
that meant a whole lot to me. But
How did
man,
that come about?
We need to recreate that file.
That shit was hard.
they wanted to do what we wanted to do. They wanted to do something different. They were always open. Reebok always open to letting me be me.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
You know what I mean? They don't try to, market me or promote me as no one other than who I am. And that's why the relationship is, outstanding the way it is. Redman. Redman is he's in my top 5 too.
Give me your top 5.
You like
Matt,
White Iverson? The rapper White Iverson?
I like I
Malone.
like this song.
Shout out Post Malone.
What bothers me when I do my top 5 is I leave out
Somebody who
so
you be
many
jamming.
greats.
Yeah.
I leave out greats. What I would say, without naming a top 5, is the rap game is just basically like the NBA when LeBron leaves. You know what I mean? It's in good hands. Just so much talent coming through. I mean, Lil Baby just came out of nowhere. And we all like, yo.
And he started, and his music he started to put substance in his music too. That's why he really took off. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? It's dudes, the world is in good hands, man. You know what I mean?
This
We gonna
next
get through this
generation.
evil shit, man.
No question. This next generation is going to carry us over.
Yeah, we gonna be, I always talk about, I told my sister yesterday, my nephew gonna be great and he gonna be awesome, but he gonna have an awesome ass motherfucking uncle that's old as shit. My daughters and my sons gonna have kids and they gonna have the most awesome granddaddy that they love being around. You know what I mean? Just love being around their granddaddy. Like I used to love being around my granddaddy, like I used to love being around my grandma. I'm going to fuck with granddaddy. When they can go fuck with their homeboys, their homegirls, they want to go fuck with the cool ass granddaddy. Like, your granddaddy ain't cool like this right here. He ain't no Steve Jackson type motherfucker. You know what I mean? He ain't no Matt Barnes type motherfucker. You understand?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, your granddaddy ain't cool like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, at Coach's funeral, his daughter said, they asked him, asked her in class, like, what type of stuff do you hear at home? And she was like, I can't tell you that. You know what I mean? Yes, you can. All right. Motherfucker, jackass, and on and on and on and on. Because that's who he was. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's just how we talk. Ain't no malice intended. That's just
us.
We just us. We love life, man. And we talk the way that we talk. Now, we get in a meeting, damn it, we can't get in that motherfucker and talk like we supposed to talk. But when it's just us and we letting our hair down,
let it go.
Man, we talking, man.
Let it go.
We talking.
What are your thoughts on the NBA and the bubble?
I ain't think I would like it. I love it.
Love it, right?
I ain't even think I would like it. I love it. I love it. It's the NBA. I'm damn sure saying what I want to see.
They hooping.
I'm saying what I want to see.
They definitely hooping.
Great games, great competition. That's what we want.
Who are some of your favorite players to watch right now?
Damn, you put me on the spot again. I love Kawhi. No, Bron. AD. Man, I had so much fun watching
Luka?
Jamal.
Oh, Jamal Murray.
I love watching Jamal and Lil Homie.
Mitchell.
I love Donovan. Jason Tatum. Dog.
Killer.
Dog.
Hell yeah.
He got a lot of Kobe in him too.
Yeah, you can tell he was working with
Kobe
him.
in it.
Know who I like? Because how tough he is and remind me of Eric Snow.
Marcus Smart.
See, you a hooper. That's all.
Marcus Smart.
You just a hooper. We all minds, you know our minds.
You know who, he's not a big name in the NBA, but you know who played just like him? He played for the Knicks.
Trey Burke.
Trey Burke.
He got game.
Bro, if you don't look, if you just look like with a glare, he looked just like
That's
him
my
out there.
little
His
man.
body movements, everything,
That's my
bro.
little man.
He got loose in the bubble too.
Everything.
He
was getting busy.
He might have got him some bread in
He
that
was
bubble.
what's homeboy name, man?
Trey Burke.
From Dallas?
For Dallas.
Luka.
What?
Yo.
He's an animal.
Something is wrong with him.
I love Luka so much, I'm going to show you the text. After they lost and he was getting bullied, I called Rick Carlisle. I said, Rick, man, if you need me, man, Luka live, man, we going to come ride for him. You need us
Man.
too, bro. Luka, nice.
Man.
God damn.
Man. And know what I start paying attention to coaches more.
Would you ever coach? Never.
No, I can't. I don't think I can.
Everything aside, you could be Allen Iverson. You could be Bubba Chuck. Would you coach the 76ers?
No. I think that coaches I know they're great leaders of their family, because if you can lead guys that come from
All walks of life.
all walks of life, you know what I mean, and get them to come together for one common goal, and you make less than them, and they respect you. And
Respect is the key word.
yeah, and the
All
great
coaches can't do that.
no, like when you Greg Popovich, you have a God-given talent. First of all, you know what he's talking about. But then when you can. Last story. Coach Brown called me in the office one day and he said, "I'm gonna kick your ass." Fuck you mean? I ain't did nothing. Yet I'm on time, said, "Just bear with me." Went in practice, destroyed me. Every good play I made, said something bad about it. When I turned it over, went crazy on me. When I wasn't in the right spot, went crazy on me.
Just so he can do it to everybody else.
But everybody looking at me, man, like, everybody looking at me like, you know, because they used to me being the hothead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip out. Like, what's wrong with you? Eric Snow. Chuck, just chill. He just on one today. Blue, just chill. He just on one today. Man, went crazy on me, man. All practice long. I go in the locker room, sitting in my joint by myself, crying like a motherfucker. Like, why did he do that to me today? You know what I mean? Because I felt embarrassed and, you know, all that. And I was hurt because Coach, my man. You know what I mean? Like, why did you go crazy on me today? Like, what did I do to you? Trainer came in, got me. Coach wants you. Went in there, and he was like, thank you. I'm like, what you mean, thank you? Like, you supposed to be saying, why you go crazy on my ass? He was like, now I can coach. Like, now, can't nobody say shit.
That's that popular shit.
Yeah, can't nobody say nothing now. If I can go crazy on you, I wish one of them would go crazy or act up. And I was like, you brilliant motherfucker.
That was Phil Jackson with Kobe. He would treat Kobe like anyone else. He would talk to him like the 14th man. You do the fucking ball too much. Pass, you know what I mean? Like, and once you, like you said, once you could do that to your best player, what can anyone else say?
Yeah, it's been times where Tony will come down, turn the ball over twice. He'll call a timeout, and he'll go straight at Tim, blaming everything on Tim. I'm talking about everything. Tim ain't got nothing to do with it. You need to get these guys ready to play. Tony turned over because you not getting them fired up. You know, everything is Tim's fault. Everything. And like you say, when he going off on Tim, shit, when I come out the game, when he take me out for making a mistake, shit, I can't say nothing now. I'm in line. Now I'm bought in. Now I'm starting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he doing it for a reason. Yeah. They see stuff that we don't see in ourselves.
That evil genius.
Huh?
I said that evil genius.
Man, yes.
Couple more things. Who you got in the finals?
We gone, so, man, I want Lou to win. I want Lou to win the title.
Lemon pepper Lou.
Yeah, I was telling people we had Lou early on, but we had remember the time we had Lou on the bus and he drank all them beers and we had to carry his ass to the airplane.
I'm the one that started him drinking.
That's my boy.
Motherfucker did not drink nothing. I had him drinking. Man, I had that man drinking Cristal. Man, I remember when, man, come on, man, rookie. I was his big homie. I love him, man.
Now he got his own city on the map, Louisville in Atlanta. It's on the map.
Louisville.
Yeah, it's on the map.
But I mean, he's shaped. This is the man that shaped him right
I'm
now.
looking at it. I'm looking at him like, look what I created.
Yeah, straight up.
You know what I mean? And then straight buckets. Straight bucket. I love him. I want him to win so bad. I want him to win so bad.
So you with the Clippers, like me.
Yeah,
Good call.
I want him to win.
Good call. Last two questions. A player that in your era that you wish you could have played with?
Shaq.
Ooh. A player today you wish you could have played with?
Was LeBron in my era?
Kind of. So we'll say for the sake of it, no. Is LeBron the
All right, no. All right. Now, I love to play with Giannis.
Ooh, Giannis. I thought you were going to say KD.
Oh, no. Yeah, I love to play with KD.
I'm telling you, I knew it. We didn't talk
I love
about
Giannis now. I love Giannis.
We talked about it, but that's why I said
I love Giannis. I'm tripping because I ain't seen KD in a minute.
Yeah, he ain't playing.
So so I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping hard. Yeah. See, you know anyway.
We talked about it.
Yeah, hell yeah. But no disrespect to Giannis. I love Giannis.
Yeah.
I love Giannis.
Although
that's why I want him to go to Golden State.
On and popping.
Yes.
So it'd be ugly.
Yes.
Warriors at heart. So anytime Golden State.
Man, I love him to go to. Man, that's why I want him to go, man. I want him to go to Golden State,
tough.
man.
Even though no one could stop you, who was it you felt in your career guarded you the best?
Marcus Banks.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, because that video you was talking about, I'm on there, and I didn't fall. He made me stumble.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I guarding him for anyway?
Right. Your calves are too big to guard him.
I had to guard him. BD guarded him something, but I was guarding him, bro. What was I guarding him for anyway?
Now, you know what I used to, did BD ever tell you what I used to flop to get 2 fouls on BD to get him off me and to get Wesley on me. Like I used to, all I had to do is run into BD. He was too big.
Yeah.
So I run into him, flop. You know what I mean? He couldn't stand that shit. I get 2 fouls on him, go sit your ass down and get off me. Because BD got D.
BD could do it all.
Yeah.
I tell people, man, if he could have stayed healthy, he could have been one of the greatest ever.
Oh, no question.
Yeah, what was BD knees was fucked up, right?
Bad knees.
And his back.
Yeah, knees and back.
BD was cold.
BD was bad as a bitch.
Still doing work.
What?
I always wanted to know this real quick. What's the story behind we talking about practice?
Okay.
Okay.
Easy work. First of all, we went out in the first round the next year after going to the finals. Went out in the first round.
0-2?
0-2. 0-2. Went out in the first round. Best friend just got killed.
I thought it wouldn't have had nothing to do with basketball the whole time.
It didn't.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Best friend just got killed. I was struggling with, the fact that, because our expectations after going to the finals, you don't supposed to go out in the first round.
No, you're going
You know
right
what
back.
I mean? So I'm dealing with the Philadelphia media, which is
Brutal.
And my man just got killed. And honestly, I might be mistaken, but I think that they hadn't caught the motherfucker that did it. I was dealing with a whole bunch of shit at the time because with the people not catching them yet, something happened to them. Who they gonna look at?
But first, yeah.
So, I was worrying about that. That whatever reporter was just kept asking me about practice situation, and I just lost it. You know what I mean? If I could take it back, you know what I mean? I had the opportunity to walk away. I had the opportunity to walk away from the podium. Our PR person was saying, tapping me like, AI, come on. And I was like, nah, I ain't going nowhere. I don't know if you remember that on the joint. I'm like, nah, I ain't going nowhere. Another reason was they were talking about trading me. And I had just came from a meeting with the general manager and Coach Brown. And they was like, you're not going nowhere. But I was dealing with my kids saying, Daddy, why are my classmates and my teachers saying, tell your daddy don't leave, this, that, and the third. So it was affecting.
A lot.
Yeah, it was affecting my house too. You know what I mean? So I was happy as hell that I was going to the press conference to say I wasn't going nowhere. But they didn't care nothing about that. All they were talking about was practice. And
the rest is history.
The rest is history. I went crazy. And then the crazy part about it is everybody think it's funny but me.
Right. The people that knew what you was going through at the time.
No, it wasn't funny to them.
Yeah, it
no.
wasn't funny.
You know what I mean? But like to everybody else. And then like I'd be out in the street and somebody would come up to me and be like, practice. And I'd look at them like, is that all you can come up with, man? You can't be a little bit more original than that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like all the things that I done did in my life, I'm a Hall of Famer, man. All you can think about is practice, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the same thing with the shaking Jordan. Like, I don't want to hear nothing about, is that all? Man, I done shook a million people, man.
Yeah.
And all y'all can think about is the Jordan crossover or the tie step over.
MJ Show pulled his shorts up though, like he was finna strap up. He got down and did his shorts like this, like he just knew the cross was coming. He put his hand out, put it back. He missed it the first time. He gonna pull his shorts up again.
But that's how you catch it though, Steve. That's how you catch it though. You gotta have your hand down there.
He had his hand on it first, waiting on it, and you gave it a second. Then as soon as he pulled it back, come here, Mike.
Oh, you ain't never seen nothing like this that young boy shit.
Yeah, Mike ain't never
you know what I mean? Yeah, you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing like this. And then I heard, Phil Jackson call him out. He called him out on the switch. Come here, man.
It look like Mike.
Now I'm gonna try my move on the best person that I ever seen play the game.
Twice.
Now I'm gonna see if this move is real. And I'm like, oh shit. And the craziest part, I didn't know what I did until ESPN and everybody else talking about
He fell for it back-to-back times.
I hit him with that thing.
Twice.
We lost our ass off though.
That move checked out though. That move definitely checked out. Man, we want to thank you. We appreciate your time.
I want to thank y'all. And then let me say this. You two motherfuckers is why I'm here in New York. Because I love Showtime so much. I love the idea of them wanting me to be a part of something that they got going on. But you two guys, man, I love y'all, man. Because y'all love me. You know what I mean? And I know it. And y'all show it. I know it ain't no fake love. I know it's real love. I know it's genuine. I could not be here for y'all. I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? I got in the car. You know what I mean? I got in the car and drove here. You know what I mean? Because, I just wanted y'all to be able to say, this is my man. And y'all wanted him.
Got him.
He fucked with us this hard that I can bring him in here. It's hard getting that dude, man. Well, y'all know who he is. Y'all know who he is.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? But us, this the love he got for us.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
He coming.
Yeah.
He coming.
But we just want to thank you. Like I said, too often you never know when it's time, and everything you've done for us as fans, as friends, for the world, you've been a true blessing, man. Just to watch your growth, your bumps, your ups, your downs, and you've always, like you said at the beginning, stayed true to yourself. And I think that's why people love you so much. I got a chance to play with Kobe. I got a chance to play with Shaq. I've never seen fanfare when we go to different cities like the love you get. And I just think that not even so much for, I mean, obviously because of your basketball, because of the man you are and the heart you have, and people love and respect who you really are. You never flip the script on nobody, and we appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, we love that, bro. Appreciate you.
My guy.
Love you, boy.
I love you, man.
You know that. You know that. Always.
That's a wrap. Y'all asked for him. Like you said, we got him. We hope you enjoyed this episode, man. Check it out on Showtime Basketball, YouTube, and the iHeart platform.
Love y'all. All the smoke.
You need.
All of it.
Two world champions. They happen to be twin brothers.
Well, the ingredients are there. Two guys who love to sit down to their punches and throw that firepower.
I'm not scared of nobody, and I'm definitely not scared of someone who talks to me. There's no one in the division that can beat me. There's no one in the division that's strong as me.
It would definitely deliver a statement. The power is for real. We would get a chance to let everyone in the world see the great things that me and my twin brother has done for the sport of boxing.
Oh! Charlo just dropped Lubin!
Being on the same card gives us energy. We want to be sharp. We want to be at our best.
We're going to both meet in the middle of the ring, and we're going to let our hands go. Let the best man win.
They are boxing. And they pound for pound.